There's a version of you that doesn't exist yet. A version so dangerous, so focused, so transformed that even you wouldn't recognize them in the mirror. That version is being built right now, in the dark, in the silence. While they sleep, you hunt. While they dream, you become. This is the 3 a.m. Warrior Protocol, and once you enter, there's no going back. The real problem isn't that you're weak. It's not that you lack talent. It's not even that life is unfair. The real problem is you're still operating on civilian time. You wake up when they wake up. You rest when they rest. You quit when they quit. And that's exactly why you're stuck. Everyone has the same 24 hours. Everyone has access to the same information. So why do only a few break through? Why do only a few become unstoppable while the rest stay exactly where they are, year after year, making the same promises, breaking the same promises? Because most people are not willing to enter the dark zone. Most people need validation. They need encouragement. They need comfort. They need certainty. But you're different. Something inside you is screaming. Something primal that refuses to accept mediocrity. That's not anxiety. That's your warrior spirit trying to break free from the cage you've built around it. Transformation doesn't happen in motivational speeches. It doesn't happen in viral videos. It doesn't happen where people can see you and cheer you on. Transformation happens in the void. It happens at 3 a.m. when your body screams for sleep, but you're on your 10th set. It happens when your friends are celebrating and you're alone studying. It happens when everyone thinks you've disappeared. That's the protocol. Disappear into your purpose. Vanish into your work. Become a ghost to everyone except your goals. The world operates on one frequency. Warriors operate on another. The world moves during the day. Warriors move in the darkness. When you enter the 3 a.m. Warrior Protocol, you accept 3 truths. First, nobody is coming to save you. Not your parents, not your friends, not luck, not timing, nobody. You are alone on that battlefield. And that is exactly how it should be. Because when you're alone, you can't hide behind anyone. You can't blame anyone. You have to become everything you need. Second truth, comfort is your enemy. Every time you choose comfort over growth, you die a little. Every time you hit snooze, you die a little. Every time you skip the workout, you die a little. One day you'll wake up and realize you've died 1,000 small deaths, and there's nothing left of the warrior you could have been. Third truth, pain is information. When your muscles burn, they're getting stronger. When your lungs scream, your capacity is expanding. When your mind begs you to quit, it's testing whether you're serious. Pain is not your enemy. Pain is your teacher. There's a season that determines everything, the invisible season. This is when you're working harder than ever, but nobody sees it. You're grinding every day, but the results aren't showing yet. You're pouring everything into your craft, but people still treat you the same. They still doubt you. They still see the old version of you. This is where 99% quit. This is where dreams die, because humans are addicted to instant feedback. We expect immediate results. Post a picture. Get likes within minutes. Send a message. Get a response within seconds. We've forgotten what it means to plant seeds in the dark and wait for them to grow. But warriors understand something civilians don't. The invisible season is compound interest for your soul. Every rep nobody sees is making deposits into your future. Every hour you study when you could be sleeping is compound interest. Every sacrifice in silence is compound interest. And compound interest doesn't show up tomorrow. It shows up years later, all at once. in an explosion that makes everyone ask, where did you come from? Legends love the invisible season. They don't just tolerate it, they love it. Because this is where the real work happens. This is where character is built. This is where you become the person who deserves the success before the success arrives. A tree spends years growing roots underground before anyone sees a single leaf. Those roots determine everything. How tall it grows, how strong it stands. If the roots are shallow, the tree falls in the first storm. But if the roots are deep, that tree becomes unstoppable. It survives droughts, storms, fires. It stands for centuries. Your invisible season is your root system. While everyone else is trying to look successful on social media, you're becoming actually successful in reality. While they're chasing approval, you're chasing mastery. While they're performing for an audience, you're becoming dangerous in private. There's a level of work ethic most people will never understand. It's not hard work. It's not even extreme work. It's something darker, something that borders on obsession, demon work ethic. And once you tap into it, you become a different species. The demon work ethic is when work stops being something you do and becomes something you are. It's when the line between your identity and your craft disappears. It's when you wake up and don't need motivation because the work itself has become your oxygen. It's when you don't count hours because time has lost meaning. It's when you don't feel tired because exhaustion has become your natural state. You've learned to operate inside it. Normal people work until they're tired, then rest. People with strong work ethic work even when tired. But people with demon work ethic have transcended the entire concept of tired. They've entered a state where the body signals no longer matter, where comfort is irrelevant, where pain is background noise. They've hacked their psychology and removed the off switch. This is not sustainable forever. This is not a lifestyle. This is a protocol. This is what you do during your invisible season. This is what you do when you're building the foundation. This is what you do when you're transforming. And yes, it's extreme. And yes, most people will call you crazy. Good. Let them. When you tap into demon work ethic, time bends. A normal person working 8 hours accomplishes X. You, in those same 8 hours, accomplish 5X because you've eliminated every form of friction. No phone checks, no distractions, no mental drift, just pure, concentrated, demonic focus. Every minute is maximized. Every action is intentional. Every second is weaponized toward your goal. Once you've experienced this level of focus, normal life feels like slow motion. You look at other people and you can see all the wasted energy, all the scattered attention, all the half efforts. You realize you're operating in a different dimension now. You're not competing with them anymore. You're competing with your potential. And that race never ends. There's a moment that comes, usually around midnight, when you've been grinding so long that your eyes burn and your back aches, and every cell begs you to stop. And in that moment, something cracks open inside you. Not something that breaks, something that hatches, something dormant. Your entire life suddenly wakes up. It's the moment you realize you're capable of so much more than you believe. It's when you understand that all the limits you accepted were lies. It's when you see that the cage you've been living in was never locked. You were just too afraid to push the door. This is the midnight revelation, and it changes everything. Once you've felt it, once you've touched that level of power inside yourself, you can never go back to playing small. You can never pretend to be weak again. You can never accept average. Something fundamental shifts in your identity. You go from I'm trying to be successful to I am inevitable. You go from I hope this works to failure is not even a variable. The midnight revelation doesn't come from motivation. It comes from exhaustion. It comes from pushing so far past your breaking point that you enter a new realm. It comes from training so hard that your ego dissolves, and all that's left is pure will. This is why soft training doesn't create warriors. This is why comfortable programs don't create legends. Transformation requires you to go to the place where your old self dies. And death, even the death of your old self, is painful. You're not upgrading software. You're performing psychological surgery on yourself without anesthesia. You're ripping out every weak belief. You're killing every excuse. You're burning every safety net. And what emerges from that fire is not a better version of who you were. It's a completely different entity. Forged, hardened, unbreakable. When you have your midnight revelation, you'll understand why you had to go through the invisible season. You'll understand why nobody could walk this path with you. You'll understand why it had to hurt this much. Because anything less wouldn't have cracked you open. Anything less wouldn't have accessed the depths where your true power lives. There's a specific moment in the journey when something flips. I call it the inevitability shift. This is when you stop hoping for success and start knowing it's coming. This is when doubt dies permanently. This is when you look at your goal not as something you're chasing, but as something that's already yours. You're just moving through time to collect it. The inevitability shift happens when you've put in so much work, so many hours, so many reps, so much study, that success becomes a mathematical certainty. You've removed all variables. You've eliminated all weaknesses. You've built such a massive foundation that even if lightning struck you tomorrow, even if everything went wrong, even if the entire universe conspired against you, you would still win. Because you've become too solid to break, too skilled to fail, too relentless to stop. This is not arrogance. This is not delusion. This is the natural result of extreme preparation. When you've done the work that 99% of people refuse to do, when you've trained in the darkness while they were comfortable, when you've built yourself into a weapon while they were playing games, inevitability is not a mindset. It's a fact. Think about the greatest warriors in history. By the time they stepped onto the battlefield, the fight was already over. Not because they were lucky, not because they were gifted, but because they had prepared so thoroughly, trained so intensely, refined their skills so completely that the outcome was predetermined. The battle was just a formality, a ceremony. The universe catching up to what was already true. That's where you're headed. Every day you're in the 3 a.m. warrior protocol. You're moving closer to your inevitability shift. Every sacrifice you make, every comfort you reject, every limit you shatter. You're building the evidence that proves to your own soul that you cannot be stopped. And when your soul finally believes it, when your identity finally shifts from trying to succeed to I am success itself, the external world has no choice but to reflect that truth back to you. This is why you can't skip steps. This is why shortcuts don't work. This is why hacks and tricks and secrets don't create lasting transformation. Because the inevitability shift only comes from massive, accumulated proof. Your subconscious mind needs to see you show up 1,000 times before it starts to believe you're serious. It needs to watch you keep your promises to yourself over and over and over again before it upgrades your identity. You can't fake this. You can't buy this. You can't inherit this. You can only earn it, one dark morning at a time. Now we go deeper. Now we talk about the psychology that separates apex predators from prey. In nature, there are two types of animals, those who hunt and those who get hunted. The prey animals live in constant fear. They're always looking over their shoulders. They're always running. They're always reactive. They don't control their environment. Their environment controls them. But hunters move differently. They're calm. They're patient. They're focused. They don't waste energy on fear because fear is for prey. They don't waste energy on what-ifs because they've already planned for every scenario. They study their target. They wait for the perfect moment. When they strike, it's over, before the prey even understands what happened. You need to develop the hunter mentality. This means you stop being reactive to life and start being strategic. You stop letting circumstances push you around and start creating the circumstances you want. You stop waiting for opportunities and start engineering them. You become the one who sets the trap, not the one who falls into it. The hunter mentality requires three things. First, clarity of target. You need to know exactly what you're hunting, not vague dreams, not general wishes. Specific, clear, defined targets. What exactly do you want? How much exactly? By when exactly? Hunters don't chase every animal they see. They identify their prey and ignore everything else. Focus is the hunter's greatest weapon. Second, infinite patience, combined with explosive action. Hunters can wait for days, weeks, months for the right moment. They don't move until the conditions are perfect. But when the moment comes, they don't hesitate. They explode. Full commitment, full power, no holding back. Most people get this backwards. They're impulsive when they should be patient. They're hesitant when they should be aggressive. Master this paradox, and you become unstoppable. Third, emotional detachment from the outcome. A hunter doesn't get angry if the first hunt fails, doesn't get depressed if the prey escapes, doesn't quit if it takes longer than expected. The hunter just recalibrates, adjusts strategy, and hunts again. Emotion is irrelevant. The mission is everything. This is the coldest truth you need to accept. Your feelings don't matter. Your comfort doesn't matter. Your mood doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is whether you're moving toward your target or away from it. When you develop the hunter mentality, people start to feel something different when they're around you. They can't explain it, but they sense danger. Not physical danger, psychological danger. They sense that you're not like them, that you're operating on a different frequency, that you've removed something human and replaced it with something primal. And they're right, because you're not playing the social game anymore. You're not trying to fit in. You're not seeking approval. You're hunting, and everything else is just noise. Here's a rule that will change your trajectory immediately. Stop talking about what you're building. Stop posting your goals. Stop sharing your plans. Stop seeking validation for your vision. Silence is your competitive advantage. Silence is your protection. Silence is your power. Every time you talk about what you're going to do, you release the pressure that would have driven you to actually do it. Every time you share your plans, you give your subconscious mind the satisfaction of accomplishment before you've accomplished anything. Every time you seek approval for your vision, you give others the power to discourage you, doubt you, or steal your energy. The silence code is simple. Let your results speak. Let your transformation be so undeniable that people notice without you saying a word. Let your actions be so consistent that your reputation builds itself. Let your work be so excellent that opportunities come looking for you. This is how legends operate. They disappear into their work and emerge as forces of nature, Think about it. When was the last time you saw a lion announce its presence before the hunt? When was the last time you saw a storm warn the city before it hit? When was the last time you saw a champion explain their process before the victory? Never. Because real power moves in silence. Real danger gives no warning. Real transformation happens in the dark. The silence code also protects you from the dream killers. And they're everywhere. They're not bad people. They're not your enemies. They're just operating at a frequency you've outgrown. They can't see what you see. They can't imagine what you're building. And when you try to explain it to them, they'll project their own limitations onto you. They'll tell you to be realistic. They'll remind you of your past failures. They'll list all the reasons it won't work. Not because they hate you, but because your vision threatens their comfort. So don't give them the opportunity. Don't seek their permission. Don't ask for their opinion. Just move in silence. Work in the dark. Build in private. And when you're ready, when the transformation is complete, when you've become the warrior you promised yourself you'd be, then you can step into the light. And when you do, they won't recognize you. They'll ask where you came from. They'll wonder how it happened so fast. And you'll smile, because you'll know the truth. It didn't happen fast. It happened in the thousands of hours they never saw. It happened at 3 a.m. while they slept. Now we talk about the moment everyone fears, but every warrior must face: the breaking point. This is the moment when everything in you screams to quit. When your body is broken. When your mind is shattered. When your soul feels empty. When you've given everything and it still doesn't feel like enough. This is the moment that defines who you become. Most people avoid the breaking point. They structure their entire life to never get there. They quit before it happens. They make excuses before they reach it. They protect themselves from the very experience that would transform them. And this is why they stay weak, because the breaking point is not your enemy. The breaking point is your portal. On one side of the breaking point is who you are. On the other side is who you need to become. And the only way through is to actually break, not to avoid it, not to go around it, not to find a hack or shortcut. You have to go directly through the center of the pain. Let it shatter you completely, and then rebuild yourself from the pieces. This is the warrior's alchemy. This is how you turn pain into power. This is how you transform weakness into strength. You don't resist the breaking point. You welcome it. You invite it. You thank it. Because you understand that every great warrior in history was forged in this exact moment. Everyone who ever became unstoppable had to first become completely broken. And here's the beautiful secret. You only break once. After that, you're unbreakable. Because once you've been to hell and walked back out, nothing on earth can scare you anymore. Once you've felt the worst pain and survived it, every other challenge becomes small. Once you've faced your absolute limit, pushed through it, you realize there are no limits, just levels you haven't reached yet. The breaking point is a gift. It's the universe's way of asking, are you serious? Or are you just playing games? It's life's final exam before granting you access to the next level. And most people fail this exam. They break and stay broken. They quit and never come back. They let the pain convince them they're not built for greatness. We're in the final phase now. This is where everything comes together. This is where the invisible season, the demon work ethic, the hunter mentality, the silence code, and the breaking point converge into your final evolution. This is where you stop becoming and start being. This is where potential transforms into power. Your final evolution is not about learning anything new. It's about removing everything false. It's about stripping away every limiting belief, every weak habit, every comfortable lie you've been telling yourself. It's about standing naked in front of the mirror, looking at who you really are, making a decision. Accept this version or destroy it and build something greater. The warrior's path is not addition, it's subtraction. You don't need to add more motivation. You need to subtract excuses. You don't need to add more knowledge. You need to subtract distractions. You don't need to add more tools. You need to subtract weakness. Every day you're removing something that doesn't serve the highest version of yourself. Every day you're killing a part of who you were to make room for who you're becoming. This process is violent. This process is painful. This process is lonely. Because you're not just changing your habits, you're changing your identity. You're not just improving your skills, you're transforming your soul. You're not just achieving goals, you're becoming a completely different entity. And that level of change, it requires you to die and be reborn. Now I need to tell you something important. Something most motivational content won't admit. The fight never ends. Even when you win, even when you achieve everything you set out to accomplish, even when you become the warrior you dreamed of being, the fight continues. Because the ultimate enemy is not external. The ultimate enemy is internal. It's complacency. It's comfort. It's the voice that whispers, "You've done enough. You can rest now. You can stop pushing." Your transformation starts tonight, not tomorrow. Tonight. At 3 a.m. when everyone sleeps, you rise. When comfort calls, you reject it. When weakness whispers, you destroy it. You will become the warrior you were meant to be. You will enter the invisible season and emerge inevitable. You will develop the demon work ethic and become unstoppable. This is your protocol. This is your path. This is your moment. Activate the 3 a.m. warrior protocol now or stay weak forever. The choice has always been yours. What will you choose?